I would tell you a story. The first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You call the Oracle, someone was talking, welcome to the cult, and welcome once again to Booty Tickled and the Trial. Yet again, I'm going to be talking about something that is going to be like, probably absolutely totally trivial to most of y'all, so please bear with me. So, I was working on using my mantra to work with ninjutsu nine fingers interlaced. Now, enchanting my hands. And I'd come to something of realization that anything I wanted to do with any of my martial arts stuff, which nine fingers, strictly speaking, kind of has to be, because it's like ninja magic. It is. I have to identify with war, which is Abisandayati. So that's fine, whatever. What else? It's just like, it's not like a Shaolin monk who, like, studies Shaolin Kung Fu is somehow violating a vow of non-violence, because that's not how that works. Like, unless I, like, actually go out and, you know, try to use ninjutsu to just, like, snap someone's neck, like, it's not a problem. So, like, that's whatever. So a lot of this is Pindikorore Abisandiyati. And I've done this for, like, you know, most of the first ones. So I get to the fifth one, right? And that's the one about, like, insight and, like, basically, like, short-term divination, more or less. It's the one that meditating on it lets ninja just sort of, like, be sitting there with their eyes closed and just be like, nope, you're not going to hit me. And here is where I'm booty tickled. So, I'm trying to figure out the best, like, verbs to use to enchant this. And I figure it's the fifth one, I should do 5 verbs. Maybe a bit, like, reductionist in thinking, but bear with me, because what I did for the previous ones doesn't matter because of this part. So I'm looking up words, right? And, like, I look up foresee, because, like, foresee, like, foresight is, like, kind of sort of what is most associated with Kai. Unless you watch Moonlight Fantasy like I do, and you associate it with investigate, but that's like another situation. So I look up foresee. I'm like, cool. I look up foretell. I'm like, cool. And then I'm looking up for other. I was like, are there other words? Because I was looking for forecast, and forecast isn't a verb. I'm a little bit booty tickled about that. I'll get to why in a second. So, 5 fingers, 5 different kinds of things. So, foresight. Actually, eye consciousness. Foretelling. Actually, tongue consciousness, if you think about it. Because foresight, you see. Foretell, your tongue's moving. So, tongue consciousness. Forebode. Forebode because it's like foretelling something dangerous happening to your body. So then I'm like, okay, so like I have Kaya Vijnana for the body, Kaksar Vijnana for sight, and Jiva Vijnana for the tongue. So I'm like, oh, well, that means like, do I have to go with like nose and hearing? I'm like, alright, prophecy can work for hearing, but all I have left for nose is perceived by smell, and that's where I'm booty tickled. Because I don't know who else can do this, because this is actually a very common thing. Like, you can just smell when it's going to rain or snow. Like, why isn't forecast by, like, sniffing at the air a thing? I know it's a dumb thing to be booty tickled about, but I am. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.